When human rights lawyer Amal Alamuddin married Hollywood's most charming bachelor, George Clooney, the world celebrated what seemed like the perfect union. It was a fairy tale come to life, a union of intelligence, class, and celebrity status. Amal, with her grace and brilliance, and George, with his undeniable charisma, became one of Hollywood's most admired power couples. From red carpet events to humanitarian missions, they appeared unstoppable. But as Amal recently confessed, behind the radiant smiles and flawless appearances were deep personal struggles that few could have imagined. In a rare and emotional confession, Amal opened up about the challenges she faced in her marriage to George Clooney. Her words were both heartfelt and revealing, giving fans a glimpse of the difficulties she endured while trying to maintain the balance between love, career, and the overwhelming pressure of being in the public eye. According to Amal, being married to one of Hollywood's biggest stars came with a price. The constant scrutiny, the endless travel, and the expectations from fans and the media began to weigh heavily on her shoulders. It wasn't the fame or the attention that got to me, Amal admitted. It was the feeling that I was slowly losing myself in the process. From the outside, their life looked flawless. Amal's sophisticated style made her a global fashion icon, and George continued to charm audiences with his acting and humanitarian efforts. But internally, Amal said the pressure to maintain that image of perfection was exhausting. There were moments, she revealed, when I would look in the mirror and barely recognize myself. I was trying so hard to be everything for everyone. George's wife, a respected lawyer, a public figure, and somewhere in between, I forgot to breathe. It wasn't just about image. It was about identity. Amal's demanding career defending human rights often took her to war zones and conflict areas, while George's Hollywood commitments kept him on opposite ends of the world. We were constantly in different time zones, Amal said softly. Sometimes, it felt like we were more like colleagues than husband and wife. Distance, as Amal described it, was one of their greatest tests. People often think love is enough, she shared. But love also needs presence. Despite their efforts to stay connected through calls and visits, the emotional distance began to grow. George, always supportive of her work, tried to adapt, but Amal admitted there were times when she felt completely alone. I couldn't take it anymore, she confessed. There were nights I cried myself to sleep, wondering if we were slowly drifting apart. It wasn't anger or resentment. It was sadness. The kind that creeps in when silence becomes more familiar than conversation. What Amal revealed speaks volumes about the hidden truth of celebrity marriages. Behind the luxury homes, red carpets, and cameras flashing, there's often a loneliness that few understand. Amal's confession sheds light on how difficult it can be to live in two worlds, one grounded in reality, and the other built on public expectation. There's a version of us that people see, Amal explained. And then there's the truth, the quiet moments when you question everything. Fame doesn't protect you from heartbreak or fear. It only makes it harder to admit when things are falling apart. Sources close to the couple say George was deeply moved by Amal's honesty. He's reportedly made significant efforts to repair the emotional distance and spend more time with his wife and their twins, Ella and Alexander. George has even cut back on filming projects to focus on family life, recognizing that success means little without the people you love. Insiders describe George as deeply aware of the toll fame has taken on their relationship. He loves Amal fiercely, one close friend said, but even he didn't realize how much she was carrying until she opened up. Despite the emotional weight of her confession, Amal's story isn't one of defeat. It's one of resilience. She described how therapy, open communication, and time away from the media spotlight helped her rediscover herself and rebuild the foundation of her marriage. I had to learn that vulnerability isn't weakness, Amal said. It's the doorway to understanding. Amal's openness has resonated deeply with fans and women around the world. Her story reminds us that even the most glamorous lives can be filled with unseen battles. She's encouraging others not to compare their lives to what they see on social media or television. Perfection is an illusion, Amal said powerfully. Real love is messy, complicated, and imperfect, but that's what makes it beautiful. What do you think about Amal's honesty and the reality of her marriage with George Clooney? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep look into their story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive celebrity insights and updates. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss what's next.